everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Millie and I'm an English woman living in Ireland, and I am standing in my own living room, which is very exciting because the last time I filmed a video kind of giving a house tour was a couple months ago when we just got the keys and my house looked a bit like an empty concrete box, and finally I wanted to kind of give a slightly more positive update, give you guys a tour of my house for two reasons actually. One is because I feel like it looks a little more like a house now instead of just a box, and so you can kind of visualize it properly. And also because I wanted to show a house that isn't inside of Dublin. Most people in Ireland, either, people who already live here kind of want to go to Dublin for like work, city life, all that kind of stuff. So they make their way over there, and people who are moving to Ireland for the first time are like, look, if I'm gonna go to Ireland, I'm gonna go to Dublin. And whilst I do love Dublin, I think it's really cool. I wanted to kind of show a house that isn't in Dublin, it's a little bit further away, and in my opinion, is still quite nice. And also, if you're wondering why I'm dressed up, I was filming a video later for my Instagram and don't want to get changed twice. So here we go. And I did say that kind of it's not like an empty box anymore. That does not mean my living room. This is still an empty box, but we do have floors now. If you see my other videos, you'll know I've had issues with this flooring company. The floors themselves, gorgeous, absolutely wonderful. The flooring company caused us so many issues from the moment we got the contract signed to after we returned all the excess floors. Wasn't great, it was slightly annoying, but these are our floors. The space is really large, so I do love it, but yeah, there's nothing there. Then we walk through to our under the stairs cupboard where all our coats are kind of hanging up. My husband is really like insisting on getting a coat stand. Don't know where he's gonna put it. I think maybe next to where this shelf is. I don't know, that's up to him. But through the kitchen, you come into, well, through the living room even, you come into the kitchen, and this is my favorite space in the house. This is where I normally am, and I absolutely love it. This kind of light, there's a lot of natural light in here. We have obviously the doors to the garden and then also the window. It brings in so much light, even like at the end of the day, we really don't have to put the lights on at all. Absolutely gorgeous. And then all these cupboards up here, a kind of great storage space. They are currently pretty full, I will say. I'm doing a lot of cooking, which obviously I love, but things get full pretty easily. So that's what's over here. We also have the electric stove. I think most new build houses end up with an electric stove. It's not my preference really, I don't mind it. I just kind of prefer a gas hob, but it does the job, and I think the meals have been okay coming from the kitchen. And then have a little setup of like oils, sauces, and spices, which I absolutely love. These are just like little ones. This one is Chinese cooking wine. Absolutely love these. And then obviously my beautiful chopping board from IKEA. So perfect. So good. And I think I mentioned before, this table, if you have the IKEA family card, it is a little bit cheaper. It was only 143 euros, and I think it's quite nice. You know, there's only the two of us, and we wouldn't really have that many extra guests. So this little kitchen table works perfectly for us. We did put like little stoppers on the bottom of the chairs down there. I think we got them for like $2.99 for a ridiculous number. I think it was like 50 or something in there. But these are absolutely gorgeous. I find it wipes down pretty easily. It's easy to clean, take care of. I've got a couple of things over there. So my coasters, a candle, and then this little vase, like pomegranate one, but I don't have anything to put in it yet, so it's just staying there for now. But here is a full view of the kitchen. I am absolutely in love with everything, especially kind of this wall up here. I have some of my favorite cookbooks here, and then this is a card from my best friend in England. She gave this to me for my birthday. I love it. And then I got this from a charity shop in Bray, actually. Just randomly walked in and I was like, I need this. Got a couple more cookbooks and then some art over there. And then a picture of our cats I commissioned for my husband's birthday a couple years ago. I think we were in Australia actually, because we didn't have turkey then. So it must have been a couple of years back now, but you know, it's come with us everywhere. And I think it's really cute. I got it from Etsy, and I wish I could find the artist now. And then this is my little favorite corner of the kitchen. I have some extra cookbooks here. These ones, I actually got this one, I got this one from Amazon, and then I got this one from a charity shop as well. And then this one is from Books for Cooks, which was a bookstore in Melbourne. This is Xi'an Famous Foods, but this art is just lovely. Well, photographs are lovely, and I love them so much. My magnetic rack, and then flowers from my mother-in-law. Don't know how long these are gonna last, but they're here now. And then my utility room, like I said, one of my favorite things about this house, just because I know there's a space for the washing machine and it stays in here and it's great. But I do think eventually I will get some shelves kind of built up here. Just because I don't love like everything on here, because that's all I can do. Like this surface is the one surface. It just kind of runs out of space really quickly, but that is this space. I think it's great. I did walk past this door on the way, oh, I left the light on. I did walk past this door on the way to the kitchen, but it's just a downstairs bathroom. It is not very exciting. It is not very regularly used. That's why the light was left on for who knows how long. Probably, well no, probably just from this morning, but you know, it's nice to have it when you need it. And then obviously just shoe cabinet works great. It is what it is. nothing much more than that. And then I think eventually we'll get a little mirror here. Just kind of so I can see what I look like before I leave the house. But yeah, that's the downstairs. I mentioned before that my father-in-law installed the stairs, which is obviously I'm super grateful for. But I will say he installed these. And I don't know if you can see that very well. There's not a lot of lighting here. But this is actually meant to be the back. And these are stickers. But they don't come off very well. I have tried. Trust me, I have tried, but they're just kind of there for now. I will eventually get them removed, I think. But yeah, they are stickers, but they're on very securely, so I can't really even like grab it to get them off. But one day I will remove those. So the first room you see when you come upstairs is our kind of like an office study space, I guess. And I will say we were thinking of getting a sofa first, but we thought about it a lot, and both of us are on our computers a lot, you know, on this space a lot, like, you know, games, videos, whatever. This is the space that kind of needed to be filled out a little bit more before we kind of made the next steps. So if you watch my last video, you'll see we got these desks from, I don't have my glasses on, contact, there you go. We got these desks here, there's the two of those there. We got them from Yesk, I don't know, JYSK, that store. We got them from there, and they are pretty good. I'd say they were €80 each. They are on special right now, I think. Or at least they were when we got them. I don't know if they're still on special. I really like them. It took us about an hour to build the first one, then maybe half an hour, 45 minutes for the second. Gets a lot easier, I will say. But I have no complaints about those. So this is what the space actually looks like. My desk is obviously like very boring, quite plain, because I think everything has kind of managed to be fit into here. Like everything I need I have enough space for everything I need, so only my MacBook is out, and then I have a poster of Silverstone because I really want to go. But if you watch my videos, you'll recognize these shelves from our last house, so our bedroom at my in-laws' place. I was going to leave them, but why would I throw away a perfectly good shelf? So I have this one. So I have my special edition or like sprayed edge books up here. Absolutely gorgeous. I have 2 editions of Alchemized, and I have read none of them. I really need to. I read it when it was still manacled, I'll say that. But then some Chinese stuff. And then my sewing machine. I really want to get back into sewing this year. And then I think this space, I'm going to get the thin Billy bookshelf. I just think it'll be a good space for it. It's quite a narrow space. It's too small for another one of those. And then on the other side, I have all my precious photo albums, my Polaroid photo album, And then we take a Polaroid picture every month and they go in there. Like I have all of that stuff. And then obviously my Lego and cars and everything shelf. I think this floor is tilted because these just kind of keep rolling forwards, but it's only those two for some reason. But yeah, this shelf, I'm pretty sure it's tilted, but only these two cars are affected. I'm not really sure how that works, but I do like having this in the space. And I won't spend too long on this bit because it is just not cute, it's not glamorous, whatever. But this is my cat's litter box area. We have two. And I will say, if you have cats who are indoor only cats, because I wouldn't trust my cats to be outside, we do use these litter mats and it does help with like tracking of litter, especially because we have dark floors, you can see it very easily. These litter mats are a lifesaver. And also we just have a spare room. We are going to make it a guest room eventually. But for now, it's just kind of where these guys sleep, eat, take up space. We do actually feed the cats separately, so this is Turkey gets fed in here, Hot Pot gets fed in the hallway, and then Pumpkin, this little one over there, she gets fed in the study just because they all eat at different speeds. But they are very cute and obviously have settled in quite nicely to the new house. And then let me take you through to the place I guess I spend the most time, my bedroom. Yes, I do have a tub of laundry there. I'm not perfect, no one is. But our bed, it's from IKEA. It is a standard king size bed. Doesn't feel that much bigger than the last bed we had, which we thought was a double. I guess it wasn't. But this bed took us 3.5 hours to build. So first of all, we have two duvets because my husband and I sleep really weirdly. We both kind of roll around as we sleep. So it always ends up with neither of us have a duvet, so we just go with two. And then these bed sheets are from Pennies or Primark. But yeah, this is the bed. It took 3.5 hours to build, which is absolutely ridiculous. But if I can show you why, it has drawers underneath. Now this is the one we use for our towels and stuff. It is mostly empty for some reason, but they're like soft touch drawers, soft clothes or whatever it is. They are amazing, and I do love our bed, but yeah, I will never get a new bed because it took so long to build. But it does look really nice. I like it with the color of the floors. I think everything, it's not too matchy, and I do wish these were a little different. But they were €40 each, so I can't complain. But yeah, that's kind of our bed space. And then this is my one here. And then what have I got? I did have this little lamp. I love the color of it here. The statues. And yes, I am rereading a book from when I was, who knows how old I was. Young, but I found it at a secondhand bookshop because I read this way too young, to be fair. But I've been in a bit of a reading slump, so I want to try something. And finally, our ensuite. Now, I will say this shower is quite small, so we got this shower rack that hangs outside. I don't know why these are kind of messed up. But it hangs outside and we just kind of take what we need. Obviously, yes, my pads are there. But we take what we need in the shower and put it back, and we haven't really had any issues with it so far. So it works pretty great. And for the curious, because I have got some compliments on my hair, which I always appreciate, but these are what I use, the Garnier Ultimate Blends. I just kind of use whichever I can find. And this is just the little setup we use for kind of more bathroom storage, because you can never have too much. But it's just a sliding mirror. It's from IKEA as well. I think it's so nice. It was kind of weird to me that the bathroom didn't come with any storage. It was quite literally none. But I do like this. And yeah, I'm using this as well, just kind of get more storage as much as possible. And then I don't love this here. I don't love this here. I do need to move that. Don't know where to put it though. And then I built this, which is why this one just goes too far back. I don't know why, I don't know what I did, but I'm not fixing it. But just some more storage, as much as possible really. And then some scales, washing basket, very exciting stuff. And back into the bedroom. So that is our house. And I will say, I'm biased of course, because I live here, but I absolutely love it. I feel like having my own space is something I never thought could happen, especially at this kind of point in my life, this age, whatever. But having this space has been absolutely incredible. And I think something for the same price in the middle of Dublin, you'd get like maybe 1-bedroom apartment. I went to view one with my friend because she's kind of in Dublin more. And they were like the smallest bathrooms, a lot older. They just kind of weren't what I was picturing for myself when I thought, oh, I'm gonna get like a forever house. Or at least 5 or 10 years. Hopefully in a year's time or so, I can do a proper kind of more updated house tour. I can get a hand from my husband with filming. He's at work now and I just wanted to get this done. But I'll be able to show like a proper, fully updated house tour with everything. Maybe even a sofa. Maybe we'll go crazy and have a sofa. But I'm just so in awe of the fact that this is my home. This is where I live. This is where I come home after work and relax and just... I'm feeling kind of at peace in a way I haven't for a very long time, and I am so incredibly grateful of, you know, the fact that this is my life, and this is where I live, and this is my home. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look into my home, and I can't wait to share more videos from my life here in Ireland with you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see something similar. And I will see you later in the week with a new video. Bye bye for now.